In the headlines, 2 people killed in ISWAP attack on Tukur Yusuf Buratai Institute for War and Peace in Borno State. 10 feared dead, others missing in Asaba Church building collapse. While Kano State Police arrest suspect for murder of 13-year-old girl. And on the foreign scene, wreck of Taiwan's fighter jet found, pilot still missing 1 day after crash. Hello and a warm welcome to Trust News Update. My name is Chijoke Okafo. Now the news in detail. At least 2 civilians are confirmed dead when the Islamic State West Africa province ISWAP attacked Tukur Yusufu Buratai Institute for War and Peace, TBI, a research institute of the Nigerian Army University, located in Buratai Village, Biu local government area of Borno State on Monday. Daily Trust reports that insurgents stormed the community on Monday evening, shooting heavy artillery and burned down 4 cars. The situation forced people to scamper for safety. Buratai is the country home of the immediate past Chief of Army Staff and current Nigerian ambassador to the Republic of Benin, Tukur Buratai. Management of Army University, Biu, in a statement, confirmed that 2 civilians lost their lives, but that normalcy has since returned, adding that security has been beefed up in the general area. 10 people have been abducted as bandits invade Gwagi village in Kaduna, where they killed 1. According to the community, the gunmen stormed the area at about 9 o'clock on Monday evening, shooting sporadically without resistance from anyone.
The community leader said the suspected bandits went house to house picking their victims, including women and children.
We are very concerned about what happened, because this is the second time this is happening, and we have reached out to the government and security agencies to help us, but they have not done anything. If we call the police station in Sabon Tasha before they respond, the bandits would have finished their operation. And the community security outfit we have are not armed to confront the bandits. They attacked some few minutes past 9, they killed 1 person and abducted over 10 people.
Speaking to Trust TV, Kiom Adams, whose brother was also killed and his 7-month pregnant wife abducted, said they also took away 3 of his brother's children, who are between the age of 12, 10 and 8 years old, while Martins Anoche also recount his ordeal.
Kidnappers are already on the street, so they saw him. When they saw him, now he was about trying to, you can see he was trying to enter that door, trying to climb that fence. They all shot him. After shooting, they came, they entered the houses.
I was outside. I was just sitting outside. I was sitting in front of my gate. You get? When I saw some group of boys, with arms, definitely I know they are all these kidnappers. So what I did was, I took on my heels. So when they discovered that, yeah, they saw me actually, they opened fire. But fortunately, they could not get me. So around I got to the place and found myself. So after the incident, I came back. Actually, I didn't even know that this house was attacked anyway. Yes, I didn't know. So when I came back, I saw so many soldiers in front of my gate. It was broken, neighbors, everybody. When they started at me, they started jubilating. I said, "What happened?" I said, So I was not inside. I said, no, I wasn't inside. So they didn't meet me inside. So they broke through my house and my car is not here. They just took it out. They shot the car myself, smashed the windscreen and whatever. So got in there. You can see the hole. They hit here. They could not penetrate here. They passed through the other side. They hit that one. Open it. Enter. Not even that. They end there. They were shooting on my side.
While Timothy Laurie, a resident of the Baggy community who also witnessed the ugly incident, appealed to the government to come to their aid.
This challenge the fight has become out of hand. It's something that is so unbearable, and I think the best thing that could be done, only if the government could rise up to their responsibility that is protecting life and properties.
Bagi Village, Ungwangimbia and other areas around Eastern and Western Bypass have continued to suffer a series of attacks and payment of ransom to bandits in recent times. No official statement from the State Police Command confirms or denies the attack.
Now, a housewife with 8-month-old pregnancy and her 18-year-old child have been abducted at Sokotorima housing estate in Dutsima local government area of Katsina State. They were abducted by an unknown gunman who forced himself into the estate on the 15th of January 2022 around 11:45 Wednesday morning. The woman, alongside her children, was abducted from the family of the project accountant Sokotorima in Dutsima, Katsina State. Abdullahi Yamadi completes the report.
The abductors came to the estate in large numbers, firing several gunshots, and forcefully broke into this house, where they went away with the victims, money and other valuables. This young Amina was among the abductees, but she said after about 4 hours of trekking in the bush with the bandits, they asked her to go back home. I engaged them in prayers, seeking for God's intervention to save me from the hands of the ungodly people. While praying, one of the abductors asked me if I can trace where I came from and go back. Then it was already more than hours. I said yes. He said I can go back home. The project accountant Sokotorima Housing Estate Dutsima, Alhaji Basharu Abubakar Kankia, who looks emotionally disturbed, narrates to Trust Television how the incidents occurred.
On 5th January, that is Wednesday, so around 1 minute to 10, bandits come to my house, searching me. And among one of the bandits, they mentioned one of my firstborn. They call Abba, they enter his room, and they didn't see the boy. They say that Abba is not around. They saw his handset. They pick his handset. So they go enter my all certain rooms in the house. They gather all our family to send them out. So from that they pick my wife and my son. My wife have been pregnant, 8 months pregnant.
It could be recalled that the immediate past project manager Sokotorima Housing Estate Dutsima Labarang Muhammad Dandumi was abducted recently, and 12 million naira ransom was paid to secure his freedom. The residents of the housing estate here expressed worry over the frequent abductions and cattle rustling going on in and around the Sokotorima Dutsima. They say around July 2021, over 300 cows were rustled at a Fulani settlement just a stone throw from the estate.
Times the bandit came to this estate? How many times?
Twice.
Twice?
Yes. They come and take our project manager here.
The police public relations officer, Katsina State Police Command, SP Gambo Isa, who confirmed the incidences, said efforts are being made by the command to apprehend the culprits and bring back the victims unhurt.
The command is aware sometimes around either 5th or 6th of this month, bandits in their numbers armed with sophisticated weapons attacked the house of a resident, kidnapped his wife and even his son. The command is doing everything possible to ensure that the victims are rescued alive or not.
In a related development, bandits attacked Kawari village, a Fulani settlement in Kurifi local government, and wrestled over 60 cows on Monday night around 9 p.m. Abdullahi Ismail, Trust Television News, Katsina.
Elsewhere now, 10 persons are feared dead as a one-story building said to belong to Salvation Ministries collapsed at Okpanam in Oshimili North local government area of Delta State. The church building is located opposite Rain Oil Filling Station by the Redeemed Junction along Okpanam Road in Asaba. Reports say dozens of people are still trapped in the building, while police operatives have cordoned off the area for a proper rescue operation. The building, which is being used for the first time, reportedly collapsed at about 5:55 p.m. during a Tuesday evening service. As at the time of filing this report, 8 persons are rescued unhurt, while 4 persons have been rushed to the Asaba Specialist Hospital. Secretary to the State Government, Chief Patrick Oka, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Ononye Modi, a team of Red Cross officers and firefighters were on the ground on a rescue mission. Police in Kano State have arrested one, Awalu Abdurrashid, alias Lauji, for allegedly kidnapping and murdering a 13-year-old girl. The police spokesperson in Kano, Abdullahi Kiawa, said this in a statement on Tuesday. Kiawa said the suspect kidnapped the girl and took her to an uncompleted building where he strangled her, cut her throat, and buried her remains in a shallow grave, adding that the suspect then demanded a ransom of 1 million naira from her parents. The police said Abdul Rashid confessed that he had earlier kidnapped a 3-year-old brother of the victim and demanded a ransom of 2 million naira. Jos, the Plateau State capital, has been thrown into disarray following the emerging ritual killings in different parts of the city involving young girls. Dead bodies of the girls are usually dumped after vital organs are removed from the bodies. The recent incident is that of Plangnang Solomon of Congo-Russia community in Jos, whose body was found around Rayfield by PRTV, and Jennifer Anthony, whose body was found in a hotel in Zaria Road after being declared missing for days. Both girls have had their eyes plugged out and their private parts tampered with, and it has been said in several quarters that the killings are the handiwork of Yahoo boys, who are believed to have invaded just from other parts of the country, where the clampdown on them have been severe in recent times. Dixon Salami Adama has more.
There is a disturbing occurrence that is currently going on in just the Plateau State capital, and that is with respect to the killing of some girls by suspected ritualists, because vital organs in their body are always removed. So the thing has been generating some kind of tension in the town, and so many people are in disarray. The government promised to fish those people out, and Trust TV as well spoke to the police public relations officer, and he said investigation is on to unravel the whole situation. Trust TV, however, will seek the opinion of people on the streets, as well as try to locate the family members of some of the victims.
The advice I would give to we girls, some of the young girls, is we should work hard instead of following all these Yahoo boys. We should work hard. Let's work. If you want to go to school, you go to school. If you want to learn work, learn work. If you want to do business, you go for business. But because these boys came, all they do is to show money. Once you see money, and most of us, what used to take our attention more is iPhone. We want to live big, which is not proper.
The day before Christmas, our sister Plangnan was so full of life, dancing and enjoying herself. Since that day, we could not find or hear anything about her. Then after Christmas, we got information that there was a corpse lying in Rayfield with some of the parts of the body removed. But we didn't know that who it was, so it was just a news. Until later we confirmed that it was Plangnan. And after discovering and liaising with the community in Rayfield, we decided to do the burial there. So she was buried there by the agreement and the consent of the community leaders. So she was buried there.
She left house since on the 24th of December, that's last year. So we find her like 2 to 3 days. We come and saw her corpse, PRTV site. So the customer is already healed. They are buried her. Before we know, we saw the thing in Facebook. So the time when we saw the thing in Facebook, the picture is not clear. Then we go and report in station division in Angulu Jos.
We are not really happy with what happened as a community and as a woman. To be sincere, it's very dangerous for what is going on. We are not really happy at all.
As regards the issue on ground about what is happening in Plateau State with our girls, we have heard about 2 girls that were murdered and some parts of their bodies removed. It seems as if because Plateau is a peaceful place and then the heat has been on them in Lagos, Port Harcourt and all where they are coming from, it's like they have come down to just Plateau State to wreak this kind of havoc on our girls.
On that fateful day, the parents were looking for her for some few days. They couldn't locate where she is. Suddenly, they told them that her corpse is lying down there. And her brothers and their sisters went there and they found out that the corpse have already been buried because it was getting there. So they took it to burial ground with the police.
Well, we have listened to what all the people on the street, as well as the women NGO, have said regarding the ritual killings going on in Jos. And Trust TV has been able to trace one of the victims in the person of Miss Flagnan Solomon to their compound, where I am right away. We have spoken to the community members as well as the family members, and they have expressed their dismay as well as their expectation. And as usual, Trust TV would be on news to bring you the issues as they unfold. Dixon Salami Adama reporting from Jos.
You're still watching Trust TV News Update, coming up after the break. Okada riders return to Kano State. Do stay with us, we'll be back shortly. January 15th every year, Nigeria observes the Armed Forces Remembrance Day in honor of soldiers who gave their lives for the unity of the nation. All across the country, wreaths are laid, speeches are made, government officials attend elaborate parades performed by soldiers and the Nigerian Legion. What is celebrated is the surrender of the secessionist Biafran forces to the Nigerian government on January 15, 1970. January 15th was also the day the first military coup took place in Nigeria. January 15th, 1966 and January 15th, 1970 all hold deep significance in the history of the country. Is this a mere coincidence? Join us on Trust TV as we bring you an exclusive broadcast of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day on January 15th, 2022. If you're just joining us, this is Trust TV News Update. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. At least 2 civilians are confirmed dead when the Islamic State West Africa Province ISWAP attacked Tukur Yusufu Buratai Institute for War and Peace, TBI, a research institute of the Nigerian Army University located in Buratai Village, Biu local government area of Borno State on Monday. And 10 persons are feared dead as a one-story building said to belong to Salvation Ministries collapsed at Okpanam in Oshimili North local government area of Delta State. And now to more news. Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) says Nigeria has recorded 422 new infection cases and 1 fatality in 14 states and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). The agency said 716 people were discharged after they recovered from the infection. Meanwhile, 1 person was said to have died of COVID-19 complications, raising the total fatalities to 3,086. With the new confirmed cases, Nigeria has now recorded a total of 249,154 infections and 220,195 recoveries. Suspension of operation of commercial tricycle riders in Kano State enters its 2nd day. Idris Jibrin sends us an update.
Today is the 2nd day since the tricycle riders commenced strike across Kano State, and there is no sign of comeback. It doesn't show any sign as if they are coming back. Many people expect that the tricycle riders will come back yesterday, but they didn't come back yesterday. So it's more than 24 hours since the strike begins and they have not come back. Now this strike, we tried to speak with the Kano State Road Traffic Agency to find out the cause of the strike, and we've been told that it's about the operating permit, of which the state government mandated every tricycle operator in Kano to pay every year. Now last year they paid the sum of 19,000 naira per tricycle, and this year if you are going to renew the operating permit, you have to pay 8,000 naira. Of course, the tricycle riders are complaining that the money is too much for them to pay 19,000 naira last year, and then the same tricycle will now pay 8,000 naira as operating permit. They are complaining that that amount is too much for them. On top, they are paying 100 naira every day as a tax, and that 100 naira added to 30 naira, which is 130 naira every day that they are paying, with plus this additional 8,000 naira. And if you bought a new tricycle, you have to pay 19,000 naira. So the tricycle operators are complaining that this money is too much for them, and they are asking the state government to slash it down to at least 4,000 or 5,000 naira so that they can be able to pay. But it doesn't look like the state government is willing to do that, because I spoke with the managing director of Kano Road Traffic Agency, Baba Babada Agundi, who told me that initially this tax is 100,000 naira. But the leadership of the tricycle operators pleaded with the government, and the government slashed it down to 19,000 naira for new tricycle and 8,000 naira for the renewal. So this development is still ongoing in Kano, and as of now, the commuters are at the receiving end, because like what you see yesterday from the report we have filed, many people have resorted to trekking to their places of work and businesses because there are no tricycle. And as of this morning, the motorcycle operators are beginning to surface in Kano. You can remember that motorcycle operators was banned for almost 10 years ago, but they are gradually coming back, because people have no choice rather than to use tricycle operators, because that is the only alternative that the commuters have to go to their places of work and businesses. So at the moment, that's the situation in Kano, and we keep on following the development and see, although the chairman of the tricycle operator says that by today they will be able to come back, but up till this moment, no tricycle is working on the street of Kano. Like this Murtala Mohammed where you are seeing, every day, nothing less than 20,000 tricycles used to ride through this route. But as of today, no single tricycle is passing through, unless the motorcycle operators that are walking around, and also the minivan, which popularly is called kurkura. They are also used to carry passengers from one place to another across the commercial city of Kano.
Elsewhere now, placard carrying members of Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASAN, has staged a peaceful protest at the National Assembly Service Commission in Abuja over what they described as breach of a memorandum of understanding with
the
National
April 13, 2021 agreement, according to the association, the April 13, 2021 agreement, according to the association, should have paved way for the full implementation of the new National Minimum Wage Act 2019 and the revised conditions of service. After an hour of chanting solidarity songs while protesting,
the zonal vice president,
Comrade Josiah Labi, addresses members on the steps taken by the association so far, which the members did not take so well.
What? Let's listen to each other first. Now, after our meeting yesterday, like I said, we reached certain milestones. Let me know the word agreement again. We reached certain milestones. And as I'm speaking to you today, the national president of the union has been summoned by NLC on this issue. And while the commission is seeking clarification from the Salary and Wages Commission, I want to inform you that the NLC are members of the Salary and Wages Commission. So we are communicating with them, and this issue will be resolved in no time.
The chairman of the association also speaks on the agitations and the next step the association will take.
Well, we've been in this struggle since 2011. Last year made it 11 years. This is the 12th year. Before now, it was as if it was only the National Assembly management that were taking care of whatever we are doing. But it is like the struggle is beyond them. So they have now transferred the struggle, whatever they are doing, to the commission. The commission was supposed to be on break, but right now they are back. They are back to help us face every problem headlong. So far, the chairman of the commission has taken over the matter. Once that man takes over anything, we are sure there will be results. We are very sure that before that Tuesday, the chairman of the commission must be able to give us good news. So if after Tuesday there is no way, we will converge again and brainstorm on what to do.
This is the National Assembly Service Commission, where the protest by the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria took place. They're protesting over what they describe as a breach of an agreement entered into with the National Assembly management over the implementation of the National Minimum Wage Act of 2019, among others. And the conclusion of this protest today seems to be that the National Assembly Commission has weighed into the matter and that something will be done before the end of the week or before Tuesday next week. But the chairman is saying that if nothing is done before the end of Tuesday next week, then they will reconverge to think about how they will go on with a nationwide strike to press on their demands. Martia Umar, Trust TV News, Abuja.
And moving on to the foreign scene now, Taiwanese rescuers on Wednesday located the wreckage of a F-16V jet that crashed into the sea a day before, less than 2 months after the island launched the first squadron of its most advanced fighters. The jet disappeared from radar screens around half an hour after taking off for a routine training mission from its base in southwestern Taiwan on Tuesday. Well, that has been the Trust TV News Update. Do remember to follow us on all our social media platforms for more news and updates. My name is Chijoke Akafo. Many thanks for your time and company. Goodbye for now.